This is Tenshin Han from Dragonball, and you are now listening to my friend Studio MacGyver on Random Gameplay Pimpin'.
What is going down? This is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'. Welcome to the show, guys. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're into anime, nerd culture, and most importantly, video games, guess what? You come to the right place because we talk about all of that shit here. This is podcast episode number 416. I am going to discuss a little bit of anime. I am going to discuss my adventures in Ghost of YOTEI. I'm also going to cover some huge Dragon Ball news that is going to maybe blow some of you guys' socks off. Also, some Xbox to discuss, and this time it's surrounding the Xbox Ali X. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but that as well. Also, some sad news as well. We got a little sad news, and also my time with the beta of Arc Raiders. So, going to talk about a few things. Let's begin the show. And I guess I'm going to start with my anime watch list, guys. And it's pretty been light. I won't say bare bones, but I'm trying to get back in there, trying to get some time. I've had a lot of appointments. I've had a lot of things going on in the month of October, and hopefully it's over after that, and I can get back to my basic routine, if that's how you want to describe it. But anyway, my anime watch list consists of right now just 2 anime. There's so many more I have to watch. There's so many more on my backlog, and it's so hard sometimes when you have a backlog stacked to the ceiling and you're trying to figure out which one to go to next. Believe it or not, guys, it's actually harder than it seems. Okay, at least that's how it is with me. Some of you guys may feel different. You can go in there and say, you know what, I'm going with this one. Boom, I'm doing it, and just move on. But I can't do that, guys. I have an issue with that, and I need to figure out a way to break that. But right now I am currently watching one that goes by the name of A Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Pretty good. Your typical, run-of-the-mill anime. We've seen these before. If you've been watching anime for any stretch of time, these are definitely part of the package and come with the territory, which is a good anime. I mean, if I'm going to continue to watch it, then it's pretty decent. So right now it's pretty decent. I think I'm on episode 3, 4, just started. And then the other anime is Gachiakuta. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's an anime, a lot of people call it the trash anime, and not meaning it's a trash anime, but meaning it is an anime about a guy, or a lot of people here, but the main character collects trash. And you know what? Without spoiling it, just check it out. It's really popular. It's a really good one, and that's the next one I've been watching. Also, there's some that I definitely need to get back to. A friend of mine told me that finally, I think Kaiju number 8 is done with this season here. One Punch Man season 3 has begun as well. I've heard some not so pleasant things about the first episode as far as the animation is concerned. And, I haven't seen it yet, but that's one I've been waiting on for so long. I'm trying to give that some time to breathe because I would like to binge that one. I would really like to binge One Punch Man because season 1 and season 2, especially season 2 for me, oh man, it was just a chef's kiss. Loved it. Loved the direction they were going in. And it seems to be that listening to a lot of these fans talk about season 3, which if you read the manga, which I didn't, but I heard that this is where it gets real crazy. If you thought season 2 was crazy, this is where it gets out of hand. And so I'm really anticipating this one. So I don't want to watch it 1, 2, 3 episodes and then have to wait week to week. I would rather just bide my time, let it finish, stay out of YouTube when it concerns this anime, and just enjoy that ride for myself. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But anyway, let's get off the anime train and let's get into my time with Ghost of YOTEI. Ghost of YOTEI to me has been a very, very good experience, guys. I still don't know if it's better than Ghost of Tsushima yet. I'm still working my way down. The YOTEI 6, I have killed 3 of them. So there are the father and the 2 sons, the dragon, and I think the spider that are left. I recently just got 2 guns, the rifle, which I really like a lot, and the handgun or the pistol, which I don't really like. I guess the controls of it I don't like. I'm still trying to figure out. It's just a weird, to me, it's a weird way to activate it. You know what I mean? So I'm not comfortable with it. I just got it. So maybe after playing with it for a little bit, I might get used to it, and that could change. But right now, that's where I stand. But yeah, having a great time with that, you know, pushing through the story now because I feel like I'm strong enough to, you know, do everything else. And what I hear a lot of people talking about with this game is that there's no new game plus. So what happens is a lot of people will go ahead and do all the side content and just immerse themselves in the game and then go kill or take care of the story. But then after the story, after becoming so powerful, they don't have anybody to play with. And so that's the issue. And I didn't want to fall into that trap. So I did a little bit, you know, got myself strong, kind of stayed away from the side missions and stuff, and collected all the weapons that I need to collect. And now I'm pushing through the story. So hopefully after the story, I can go and play with my toys for a little while and, you know, take out some of these camps and so on and so forth and unlock the rest of the secrets. So that's my approach to the game right now, guys. I haven't rushed it. I've been taking my time. There has been a couple of days that I didn't even play because something else was going on. But that's where I'm at with Ghost of YOTEI. So I should be finishing it up I should definitely have it done, I should say, by the end of the month. That's my goal. My goal is to have it done by the end of the month because there's a lot of stuff coming that's coming out. Ninja Gaiden is coming out in just today. So I can't wait for that on Tuesday. Man, I cannot wait for Ninja Gaiden 4. And then not too long after that, we're going to have Arc Raiders. And I'm going to get into Arc Raiders at the end of the show. But that was an experience. And then there's also Where Winds Meet, which is another highly anticipated game for me that I cannot wait to play. And the best thing about it is it's free. It's absolutely free. So I'm going to get into all this stuff, but there's Ghost of YOTEI for me right there in a nutshell, guys. Now I want to move on to some Dragon Ball news. This is crazy. And if you guys don't know, all the newcomers, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I have Dragon Ball tattoos. I have Dragon Ball shit in my room all over this place. I am a huge Vegeta fan. I am a huge Tien Shinhan fan, or Ten Shinhan, however you want to pronounce it. And I also am a huge Frieza fan, but I love Dragon Ball as a whole. A lot of people look at me sideways when I tell them I'm a Ten Shinhan fan, but hey, go watch OG Dragon Ball if you don't understand me, okay? But that is my guy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Anyway, got this news, guys, that we have a new Dragon Ball game on the horizon. Yes, we have a new Dragon Ball game. We're going to get the official announcement in January, okay? I think it's January 25th, okay, 2026. They're going to have some special event. I can't pronounce it correctly, but it's going to be an event that they have in Japan. Even the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor, for Goku is going to be present there. So some people are speculating that, this may even be something bigger. We may get the Dragon Ball game, but we may also get a Dragon Ball Super announcement. Who knows? I hope that happens. I really do. And I'm just highly anticipating this and wondering what the next Dragon Ball game is going to be. I hope a lot of people are saying Xenoverse 3, and some people are saying it could be like a Dragon Ball, MMO, but that's technically what Xenoverse is in essence, right? To a certain degree. So I don't know where they're going to go with this. Could it be RPG? We don't know what they're going to do. I just hope it's a good game. I really, really do. So it's always good when it's Dragon Ball and we get new games and we get all of that. So I'm excited about that. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted with the Dragon Ball stuff if I find out anything moving forward. So just know that any huge Dragon Ball news that happens outside of the spectrum, I'm going to probably be talking about it here. So just throwing that out there. But anyway, let's move on and let's talk about the Xbox Ally X. Okay. Now I've been seeing this all over the place, guys. A lot of social media has been going on and everybody's talking about it. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Some people, are kind of in the middle. And there's a couple things that are really killing this thing for me personally, guys. I was really looking forward to this at one time. Before I bought my Steam Deck, some months back, I was thinking about holding out for this thing, right? But I didn't know how much it was going to be. I had assumed it was going to be, pretty expensive, more so like around $700 or something like that, maybe $800. Okay. But that ended up not being true for the worst. It's actually $1,000. So after tax, you're looking at about, you're looking at a good $1,100 or so for this thing. That's not good for anyone. And I saw countless videos what this thing can do. It definitely has some power behind the hood of it, and it is capable of doing some cool shit. And like I said, that's why I thought about picking it up, because I wanted to play Game Pass, and I wanted to be able to use this for that in handheld mode. But the caveat is it is a handheld PC, so this is basically just a PC with an Xbox Game Pass sticker on it, which means that you can play the games for the PC version of Game Pass, but you can't play the one of the actual Xbox. So the games from there, you don't get access to. So there's the limit there. Also, like I said, the $1,000 price tag for me was a complete turn off for a handheld. And I read a lot of comments and I heard a lot of people saying that for $1,000, they would just rather beef up their current PC or just get another portable handheld. Right. And that's what most people are saying. Now, there are some enthusiasts, of course, who are going to buy it. And a lot of people already have it. A lot of YouTubers have it and got it for free to review and so on and so forth. So, there are uses you can get out of it if you receive it like that. But as far as buying it and spending that much money on that, guys, it's just not worth it, especially in this economy, in these times. I don't see anybody with, that's on a budget. I don't see anybody looking to buy this. Okay. And I mean, you could cut that in half and get a Switch 2. You can cut that in half and get a Steam Deck. So yeah, if you're looking for a handheld something, there's plenty of handhelds out there for half that price that do just as much, for that, if that's what you want. Right. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, if you want to get it, or if you plan on getting it, hey man, I'm not going to hate on you. That's your prerogative. If you have the money and you feel like spending that, hey, do you? You know what I mean? If that's what makes you happy as a gamer, then game on. That's what I say. I try to never put people down on, what they like, whatever it is. Enjoy yourself. That's what I say. But I'm just speaking from my perspective and what I would do, how I look at it, and how a lot of people, I guess, are looking at it right now. It's just too expensive, guys. And it's not there. And the battery life, they said you can get about 4 to 5 hours out of it, depending on what you're playing, of course, which this always matters. If you're playing a indie game, of course, you can get 5 hours probably out of it, 6 hours, maybe if you stretch it. But if you're talking about like a AAA something, you're going to get an hour and a half out of that. If you're lucky, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, that's what you're going to probably get. So, if you have a plug, hey, keep it plugged into the wall, do your thing and you can still play the handheld or whatever. That's just what it is. So I don't know, man, I'm kind of a hybrid player. I like my Steam Deck in handheld mode, but I also like it on the big screen as well. So, I mean, and we all have different uses for things. Like I never bought I did not buy the Steam Deck for AAA games. Okay, let me just lay that out there. I did my research extensively on all this stuff, guys. This is basically me tipping my toe into that pool that they call the PC world. That's what that is, and getting to try certain games, getting access to certain games early, which I've done a few and then really enjoyed myself on that part, and being able to play demos on games that are coming to console as well, but just the demos aren't available there. So that's why I like Steam Deck. And, like I said, the ecosystem there is pretty cool. You get a chance to, look at the reviewers. You can do a whole review on every game if you wanted to there. There's little things like that are cool about it. But I mainly bought that system for indie titles and that I can't access anywhere else but Steam, and also my retro library, like PS2, you know what I'm saying, Nintendo, GameCube, and things of that nature. You know, that's what I mainly play on there. So, like I said, enjoy myself, plenty to do. It's a awesome retro system / indie player. You know what I mean? So, and in some games that are AAA, you know, there's some games that you can actually play on there as well. They're certified and you can actually do that, but that's not why I bought it. You know, I'm not trying to fill up the space on that thing, for one game. You know what I'm saying? When the AAA games, I'll do PS5 or Xbox or something like that, or, you know, Nintendo shit. But I have every Nintendo game that I ever wanted, up until the Nintendo Switch on that Steam Deck. Okay, so that's what's so cool about that as well. Like Nintendo has a shit ton of awesome games from the past, and a lot of them are locked behind a digital vault that, you know, unless they decide to change it, you'll never have access to it. So the Steam Deck, that's where they say, hold my beer, let me kick this door down, and that's why I got that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, you know, everybody has different uses for it, and that's fine. You know, so that's me. This AliEx, guys, it's just not, it's not that for me. And I looked at some other reviews, and here's the thing that would definitely scare me away, especially if I think you're a console player and you're trying to get into that PC ecosystem. This I think would scare a lot of people away. Okay. This part, which is just getting it to play the games, just the out of box experience, guys. I've had countless people, drop videos and almost crying, some people, because how hard it is to fucking get this thing up and running. And I had my wars and battles with the fucking Steam Deck in that same regard. It wasn't just, let me take the Steam Deck out of the package and turn it on. That's not how it went down, guys. Okay. I spent like 3 fucking days on that damn thing before I was comfortably ready and felt at ease enough to play it the way I've been playing it now. But it's a startup. You got to set that shit up, guys. You have to make sure that everything is done right. And it's a lot of files sometimes. And it was just one of those experiences. And this is like supposedly even worse. You know what I mean? Even 3-4 times worse than that. Constant updates, because like I said, it is a PC at heart. So you're going to get constant updates, some shit that you don't even care about, that you're not even trying to update. Right. That's the thing. It's kind of like they're force feeding the PC part of it. And you have to eat it. You have to. So you can't have one without the other. And that's the problem that I see a lot of people having with the out of box experience. It's a nightmare from what I've seen. And that's just not cool. And for people who aren't experienced with that type of stuff and are used to just plugging up, setting up your system and playing it, this is going to be a harsh reality to a lot of people. I've seen people give up. I've seen people midway through trying to set this shit up say, you know what? I can't do it. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. And that's what people are dealing with. So if I had to tell you or recommend, you know, something, I wouldn't recommend this. I really wouldn't, because number one, the price, and number two, what you're going to have to get. You would think after paying $1,100 after taxes on something, and after opening it up, you would be able to just pretty much plug and play. You know, have maybe one solid update for the whole system or something like you do with consoles or whatever, and then just get to playing. I just miss those days of yesteryear sometimes, you know, like Nintendo 64, for example, just a cartridge. You take the cartridge, you stick it in there, you turn it on, and you get ready to play what you put in. You know, I mean, geez, it's those days. That's why the Switch is so cool still. The Switch still has that about it. You know, offline, whatever, you can just play it, whatever. Some of these older consoles, guys, my Retroid Pocket, you know, same thing. You know, you download the games one time and you just turn it on and play when you want. You know, I mean, could it all just be that simple? But they want to force feed you with a lot of propaganda on these systems, guys. And that's not what I'm paying $1,100 for. So I'm looking for the perfect system. I mean, Steam Deck still reigns supreme in my opinion, as far as just, even though I had to do what I had to do to get to where it is now, it was still a lot less than that. And like I said, once you do that on the Steam Deck, like from what I'm trying to do with it, it's perfect. Okay. I just want to play games. That's all I want to do. I want to either play my retro games or I want to fucking play the Steam library. That's it. I'm not interested in going online and using it for other things, which you can do. I could put the same program I'm using to record my podcast on there. I could easily do that. I could, throw YouTube on there, whatever. But I have other things for that, computers and such. So that's not what I want it for. I just want to be able to game on the go with that and be able to play my retro stuff. And that's it, man. It just depends on what you want, what you're looking for. And like I said, guys, if this is a PC, so if you're going to spend $1,100, there's a lot of PCs that you could actually play cheaper than that, depending on what you're trying to play, and you can get your money's worth out of it. That's all I'm saying. So if you just don't care about that, and I'm even talking about portability as well. We can talk about that as well, because you can take those little mini computers, man. There's a shit ton of them for now out here, like dime a dozen for like $350. You can grab and you can plug them shits up. All right. And you can play your Steam library on there and your retro games or whatever else. I'm still thinking about buying one of those just to have, locked in on my monitor, because I'm not really using my monitor anymore because I bought a new TV and I hooked all the other systems pretty much over there. The Switch is the only thing now connected to this monitor. So yeah, I may eventually pick one of those up one day and just kind of game on that as well. So I say all that to say, hey man, do you? But I wouldn't recommend it. I can't recommend this for what you're getting here. Eventually they'll come out with another handheld that actually does that. That is, maybe not even a PC. Maybe they figure out a way to just run a Game Pass on it, just a Game Pass box. If they're smart, that's what they would do. I mean, that's what they would do. Find a way to make that happen. And you can take my money with that. Like I said, guys, technology is a fickle beast. I just wanted to report that to you guys. Do what you will with it. And yeah, moving on down, I got to go ahead and bring up some sad news here. And the sad news I want to talk about is, Dead or Alive creator, and not to mention Ninja Gaiden 2004. I think you pronounce his name. I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Itagaki Tomonobu. And if you don't know who this guy is, he's synonymous with the Dead or Alive series. And that's how I know him, for the Dead or Alive series. He was like a rock star back in the Gap. Always carried himself as such. And the Ninja Gaiden games, okay? The 2004 Ninja Gaiden games. I think 1 and 2 are black. But I'm a huge fighting game fan, if you guys did not know, if you're new to the show. And that is my second favorite genre of video game. And if you ask me what some of my favorite fighting games are, Dead or Alive is like up there in like top 3. Okay. Dead or Alive is special to me. I love Dead or Alive 1 and 2. And you can throw 3 in there as well. But like 1 and 2, for me, I love them to death. I fucking love Dead or Alive 1 and 2. He's gone. He's only 58. He was only 58 years old. They said he had an illness. Nobody knows. It hasn't been disclosed, but he saw it coming. He knew it was coming. He actually, wrote something special to the fans and such. But yeah, man, gone too soon. R.I.P. And I will continue to play Dead or Alive. Okay. And love that game and love that series and pass that series down to people that I love that play games. Okay. For fighting games, that physics engine was crazy and it was a true fighting game. Like that fighting game, besides like, I guess you could say Virtual Fighter, those are some of the best systems. But I'd have to say Dead or Alive definitely, because Dead or Alive had the counters, man, on lock. Like the counters are crazy in Dead or Alive. Jesus. I mean, I know there's a lot of Tekken fans in Street Fighter. I love those games too, but Dead or Alive is like on top tier for me. Like it's up there for me. So especially the early ones, like not the shit they started doing later and later when they were charging all these crazy prices and all that. Tecmo smoking those Sherm sticks, pulling out warm butter and using it on, fighting fans. Not that shit. But 1 and 2 and 3, hey, take my money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of retro games. I can play those whenever I want. I can play those in my Retroid Pocket. Like I have those on my Retroid Pocket. Love the Retroid Pocket for that. So yeah, retro gaming, like some of the best fighters live on in the retro games, right? I'm just keeping it real. So, I mean, they're still doing stuff like re-releasing like Tekken 3 and shit like that. which I think they just recently did that on PlayStation. So like these games live on. A good fighting game is just always going to be a good fighting game, in my opinion. Always. Okay. You can go from Street Fighter Third Strike, which is just one of the best looking, just best Street Fighter games ever. Probably my favorite Street Fighter game. And then you can go to, games like Dead or Alive, of course. And there's just so many awesome games. The Tekken series. There's so many Virtual Fighter. I cannot wait for the new Virtual Fighting game when they finally come out with that. Sega, come on, guys. Just so it's great. It feels good to be a fighting game fan, but it also feels kind of bad learning this news that everybody has learned. And a lot of people have came out and wished him well, and a lot of people respected this man, and deservingly so, because he was definitely special, and he definitely gave us gems. And that's a beautiful thing. Also, you can't take that away. You can't take away what he has done. You know what I'm saying? In this market, in this world, when it comes to fighting games. And I'm going to continue to play on, like straight up love his games. And, hopefully, it's inspired lots of other people, and how they make shit as well. So, you know what? One day I want to do an episode on my favorite fighting games. Like it's a lot. I have a lot of games that have fighting games that I love, but I would like to do an episode on just some of my favorite fighting games just of all time. And there's a shit ton of them. Toe Ball #1. There's a shit ton. So I think I'm going to make a list and just keep it, make the list, keep it. And just for a future video or something, it may not even be a podcast. It may just be a video, but I may do both. Who knows? But, be on the lookout for that. Definitely. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, Random Gameplay Pimpin', please go subscribe to your boy's channel. Just go subscribe to your boy's channel. It's growing. I've got some news. I'm getting new subs. I'm putting out videos. I think I found that secret recipe as far as, how often I should upload. I think I found a sweet spot that works with my schedule, because I would love to post daily. I would love to post, a couple of times a day sometimes, but my schedule does not permit me to do that right now. So I have 2 channels, and I'm trying to upload on both of them, and then work, and then deal with family and all this shit. It's hard, man. So I'm trying to get to the point where, like I said, I can take the foot off the gas a little bit eventually off of this work situation and kind of focus more on these channels and this content, this community. That's the main goal here. And I'm starting at the bottom. I mean, literally, I think I have 74 subscribers, guys. But last month I had 50. It's growing slowly but surely. And thanks to some of you guys who are going and subscribing, and also thanks to the people who are just finding it on, just running around and looking for games and shit and finding my content. So I appreciate that. So you're going to keep doing it. I'll give you guys updates and milestones and stuff, as I progress. So I'm just trying to get to 100 right now by Halloween. That's the goal. I try to give myself little milestones, little baby milestones. And my first one, me and my homeboy talked about it, and he was like, yeah, man, you might be hit 100 before Thanksgiving. I'm not Thanksgiving, before Halloween. So I'm trying to do that before Halloween. So let's see, man. I think we have about a week and a half or so. So maybe I can make that a reality. So yeah, man. But like I said, I'm dropping content 3-4 times a week on the channel. So definitely tune in, guys. I have discussion videos. I have a couple good ones on there now. I have some coming down the pipeline about Xbox, of course, PlayStation, PS6, and everything else in between. So be looking out for that. Anyway, let's get to the last portion of the show. And I want to talk about Arc Raiders, because there was a beta and it just got done. And I was pissed because, I had to work on Sunday, and my boy he didn't stand me up, but he fell asleep, and he's a morning person. He's used to getting up in the morning, and I'm a night owl. So our schedules are kind of, but he works for the government, a little hindsight, and they're on furlough right now. So he's waiting out, riding that shit out. And as he's doing that, he has some time. So he's been playing, Switch 2, which he has. And, he's been playing Pokemon and enjoying himself there. And then, we decided to play and jump on Arc Raiders. Now, I've seen plenty of videos on this game. I've heard people talking about this game, and everybody is singing this game's praises. Every time I turn around, I haven't heard one bad thing about Arc Raiders yet. There's a reason behind that, because after playing it myself, I can honestly tell you guys that this game is awesome, and they're only going to get better as time goes by. Okay. the base game, the shit we played, the shit that I touched, it was amazing. And they're only going to make it better. They're only going to add things and stuff. This is in my opinion, this is the new Helldivers. This is what Helldivers, the hype was. People love Helldivers, and deservedly so. It was a great game, and it still is. And they're adding new things, and it's been a minute since I've played it, since they've updated some stuff. There's a couple games that they've done huge updates on that I want to get back to. Helldivers is one. Another one is Warhammer, which I fucking loved Warhammer, and they added some new stuff. So I definitely can't wait to get back out there, and there'll be content on that later down the line. But yes, love that. But this game here, man, it's a post-apocalyptic universe, and you go above ground, which not everybody can do or is afraid to do. And you go down and you go up there and you get resources and you try to make it back. It's basically an extraction shooter. Okay, so you can choose to go balls to the wall, shoot everything you see, or you can choose to just be sneaky, try to get out of there, in and out, get all your supplies, make it back, and to make, to make better weapons, better things for yourself, and to get XP for yourself and your character and make that person stronger. Okay, and then, you can be ready for more things. So, we tried both. These robots are not playing. Okay, they're tiny, but don't let that size fool you, because they can tuck you in. Okay, they pull that warm butter out extremely quick, and they will definitely use that parquet on you. I don't even know if it's parquet. It could be country crock. It could be blue bonnet. It could be, I can't believe it's not butter, but they have butter on the counter, and they will use it on you. So you better watch your motherfucking ass. Okay, but it's just so fun. Like, even dying, even getting taken out, whatever it is, and they tell you who've been killed by. I love it, right? And my name, can you guys guess what my name is? You start the game, you eventually create your character, and you give your character a name, and or you give yourself a name tag or whatever. Guess what my name tag is? I'll give you guys one guess. Do you know what it is? Warm butter. I'm not lying. I'm going to have some videos here next week or the week after, so you guys can check them out. But yes, that is my name, and I will be using that out there. I mean, it goes perfect with my suit and everything. I had a butter complected bodysuit, same color as butter. So I mean, it just spoke to me out of the gate. I said, oh, I'm going to have a blast with this on the channel. So be looking out for warm butter out here in these Arc Raider streets coming to a theater near you guys. And it is just an amazing thing. You can play with friends, you can play solo, and I've experienced both of those. So I got to play with my friend the first night, and then I got to play with him a little bit the next night, because we were supposed to, meet up after I got off work. And I didn't get off till like 11:30 at night, but he was asleep. He was knocked out. And so I'm up at like 5 a.m, about to get off. I'm playing Arc Raider solo. I'm just in there trying to just see how it feels by myself, and, trying to get supplies and get back and stuff. And then he pops up right when I'm about to get off, and I check, and he's on. And then we link up for about an hour, and then I go to sleep because I had work on Sunday. He was like, yeah, man, I passed out. I was gone. I didn't even realize. And so he woke up and, ready to go. But like I said, the cool thing about this game is you can even team up with other people out there in the universe, because once you get in a certain proximity of that person, they can hear you and you can hear them. So you can, hey, I'm offering out a hand. I'm offering out an olive branch if you want to take it. If not, you want to be hostile. Okay. And, you can play it like that. So work together. Or if you wanted to, you can actually put a team together before you go out there. So you can say, okay, just put me in a squad of 3. I think 3 is the top, is the highest number you can play with. And, you can go there, or you can go if it's just 2 of you. Hey, it's just 2 of you. You know what I mean? So you want to try to have 3 people if you can. You would like to, because if you just have 2 people on, it's going to be you 2 against most likely another group of 3 or something. But the servers are also cool, because if you're solo and you go out there, they try to put you on the same server with other single player people out there. So you don't have to worry about having to play online with friends if for whatever reason your schedules don't align and you're just trying to, level up your character, get some more supplies and things of that nature, which is cool, because you actually get XP just for looting. So all you got to do is open shit and you get XP for that. So whether you die or whatever, you still get XP as long as you're just looting. So it's a looter extraction game, and you're trying to do that. And it gives you an opportunity to try different builds. They even have a mode when you go out there. I think it's called a free mode, where basically they randomly give you a bunch of different things. But you're actually missing some things, some key things like a shield and some other things that are really prevalent. So if you want an extra challenge, or if you want to save the stuff that you got, and maybe you're just going out to, farm parts, and you're not looking to get into any fights with anybody, you don't care what weapon you're going to get, then you can kind of do that and just sneak around and just extract stuff for XP. And if you die, cool, you can still go back with that XP. You don't come back with anything, but you still get that XP. And then, you can spec into your actual character for your stats and things of that nature. So those stats stay with you once you unlock them. So that's the cool thing. So that's my mission in this game, to basically go out, and you can go out in the harder modes as well. They'll let you know, hey man, this is this level of hard, that level, whatever, take your pick. Of course, if you go out and do the harder stuff, the enemies are going to be more treacherous, but the rewards will be extremely better as well. So you kind of got to pick how you want to do it. But me personally, guys, in a game like this, which I'm going to be playing for an extended period of time, I'm just going to go around to the early areas. I'm going to get my XP up, guys. I'm going to get my supplies, try to get in and get out. I probably won't make it every time, but a lot of time I hope to make it, and then just upgrade my character and get some proper weapons, and also be able to make new weapons. Because if you take out a gun that you like, say you have a gun that you really like, and you take it out on the field and you die, you lose that gun, right? You lose all that shit. So when you come back, everything you had on you is gone. So you're going to have to go back, and hopefully you have enough supplies that you can remake that weapon on the workbench, right? So that's why looting is so important. You must continue to loot, because things cost to make. And so that's what the free thing comes into play, because you're like, okay, I got this weapon and I just had barely enough parts to make it. I don't want to lose this weapon. So I am going to just take out another weapon, or I'm just going to go do free mode. That way I have none of my important stuff on the line and I don't have to worry about that stuff. So it's really cool. The atmosphere is really dope. I mean, especially when you first start the game, you start as this female character, your face is covered, and you're just kind of going through, you just reach the top and you're trying to navigate through, and you go through this pizzeria, which is an abandoned kind of / base thing for like other nomads and stuff. It's dope. Like I really like the design, and I can't wait to see what they bring later, what they add to it or whatnot. So it looks cool, man. And I've had a blast playing it. Like every time I played it, I was just having so much fun, and you'll see in some of the footage that I do. And also how I know it's really a banger is, man, I can't stop thinking about this game, and I never want to stop playing it. Every time that I've played it and I quit, I was mad because I wanted to keep playing more, and I was disappointed that I could not play more. So this is definitely going to be one of those games for me, one of those go-to games that I think I'll be, dealing with for quite some time. I really do. I think this is going to be a good game to pick up, do a few missions, grab some resources here and there, and you can put it down if you wanted to, or if you wanted to do some long sessions, you could also do that. And it's a good YouTube game. Like, it's a good game to do content on, I think, for somebody who's trying to get into content creation and shit like that. I think it's a perfect game like that, because you can take people on this journey with you and kind of just, I don't know, it's just the way it is made. It's just really cool, really dope. And some of the epic battles that we've had, where we've barely made it back with our lives, because if you get down, you can still crawl and you're still bleeding out. And there's been times where I'm shot and I'm bleeding out, and my boy is like, he made it to the extraction, but he's waiting to hit that button for me. He's like, man, come on, man. How much blood do you have left? I'm like, I think I can make it. He's like, come on, man, keep crawling. And, sometimes I did make it. One time I died at the door. One time I actually made it in there. I mean, and it's just so invigorating to play this. Like, it just feels so good no matter what situation you're in, right? And you always feel like you're in danger. And that's how you should play. You should always keep your head on a swivel and look out for these things. And as you upgrade and your character gets stronger and you learn more things, you start to get things that help you, out there, a lot better. And then you can start, challenging some of these other objectives, going out there and really getting into the mix of things. So, I mean, I really feel like this is going to be an awesome game. And it's a day one for me. And it's only $40, guys. It's only $40. And I don't think it's going to break the memory bank either. Now, I think the demo we played was about 16 gigabytes for the beta. Of course, the other games, the actual game is going to be bigger, but I don't see this game being any bigger than 50 gigabytes, maybe 60 tops, if that. That's an average size game right there. So yeah, I don't think it's going to break the memory. I deleted some games, to make sure that I had room for this. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the cosmetics. I'm looking forward to, all the stuff you can pick up and get, and just the looting. And it just brings me back. The best I can really recall playing a game like this and really just being in love with it, especially when I play with other people, because I'm a single player type of person, is when we played The Division and going, into going to the dark zone and doing shit like that. It kind of feels like that, like this game, you're always in the dark zone and you're just trying to get out of what get some stuff out of there and take it back to your people. So really, really love that experience. And I don't know what else I can say. I think I've said it all, but if you have not played this, then you're going to have to wait now because the beta was out for a couple days and you missed it, but it'll be out in about a week and a half, man, on the 30th. I thought it was in November and it's going to be October 30th. So this is a day one for me while the kids are out trick or treating. I'll be in there playing some Arc Raiders, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, man, I want to report that to you guys. But anyway, that's going to wrap everything up. I want to thank everybody for coming out, listening, downloading, streaming the podcast, guys. If you're new to the podcast, hey, thank you for coming. I hope you come back. Welcome to the family. I'll say that much. And we do this every Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. And yeah, check out the YouTube channel. Please don't forget, if you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you have not and you enjoy this podcast, guys, this show is also uploaded every Wednesday now on that channel. So just in case you missed it, or maybe you want to listen to it again or whatever you're doing, you can go catch it there on YouTube as well on every Wednesday. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week, guys. This is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you have been listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'. See you next time.